We are live. Live and
Hey.
direct.
Okay. Okay.
Hey,
Check us out.
everyone.
Check us out.
Open
Make
up
sure we in there.
Facebook. Oh, I don't think I need this light. Is that up?
We live and live.
We live, live.
We live and live.
We live, live.
Yo, we in here.
We live, live.
Yo, it's February 29th.
It
What's
is.
up, Crystal?
Crystal, you in here already, girl?
Hey, we missed you. We missed you last week.
Listen, Crystal is my number one fan.
Hey.
I am Crystal's number one fan. Let me restate that. Say that differently. No, you know why? Because Crystal is so supportive.
She is very,
She
very
is so supportive.
I agree.
But Crystal, we
Wholeheartedly.
so appreciate you because Crystal watches almost every single thing I drop.
Girl,
She's comments.
I believe it. I believe it.
Like she knows what's going on in my world.
Spencer, back. Yo, Spencer trying to get in on the mukbang. He done came so far underneath this desk.
He doesn't know it's not his time.
He doesn't. He doesn't. Oh
Crystal,
my goodness.
do you have your tea? Lonnie,
Huh?
we are closing out Black Excellent Month. And you have been dying to do a mukbang.
Girl, so speaking of mukbangs, y'all, Nourish and Flourish mukbangs. We have done 2 episodes already, this Monday and last Monday. So it's kind of like a mukbang.
Is that your mukbang? Is that the name?
Yeah, so it's, I've done it twice. So the first
Okay.
time I did Recipe Oak Cliff was a black-owned restaurant here, located in like a food desert. Erica Badu really loves that restaurant. But Recipe Oak Cliff, I had the burgers. I love their juices there too. What else? Oh my God, the cashew cheesecake. Recipe Oak Cliff has some really good eats.
I hear
really
that.
Good eats. And then this past Monday, I did Abiba Ethiopian Kitchen.
Ooh,
this past Monday, that was really good. Girl, the cabbage and the potatoes. Even my mom, I even let my mama have some when I got home. She cleared the rest of the plate. Like you see the bottom of the plate when I did.
Now I question it because when my food is really good, I don't share.
I share. Like I love people. I want people to get the to experience it because I don't want people to be like, she went all in on it. It probably don't even taste like that. Ain't nobody could,
True,
I want the social taste proof.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah. So I'm excited that we get to do a mukbang though.
I know, a late one.
It
is a late one while we out here. What do you have to eat, honey?
Okay, so why is it late? It's late because we had a multicultural fair at school. So that's why we're a little late. So it's full of culture this month. But I picked up food from Sunday morning. Can you see it, Shreen?
That's a nice name.
Sunday morning. Yes, Sunday morning. In Mesquite, Texas, still in Dallas County. Really good for their seafoods. But they have regular meat too. So y'all know I'm always creative. So what I got was,
tell me.
I made her fix me up a salad because their salads come with cheese and tomatoes and onions on it. So I got me a nice mixed green salad with carrots.
Okay.
Yes, I'm excited. And guess what I'm gonna put on top of it?
I don't know.
Girl.
Cashews.
No. Some fried pickles.
Oh, that's very different.
I'm gonna put it on top of my salad.
What kind of dressing are you gonna drizzle on that?
I'm so glad you asked. I'm going with Brianna's poppy seed.
Ooh, that sounds good. Oh, can you dip it now? See, now you're just making me hungry. Can you try dipping before you put the pickles
on the salad?
Yeah, can you dip it with the poppy seed?
Sure, say less.
I should ping my daughter because she likes to she always wants to know, what are you eating? Send me a picture of what you're eating.
Say
I think you need to
less.
pull the camera down just a little bit more because we can't see you pouring it out.
Sure.
Oh
Say
Lord, that is a lot of sauce. You are a sauce woman.
less. You
Let me
asked for
log
the
off now.
different.
Crystal said she's gone. She's like, those pickles look delicious. I know, Crystal. Most people try to not eat at a certain time. Yeah, that works, Giovanni, doing it that way. You can pull your camera up a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Oh, that looks good.
You see?
Mm-hmm. So this is foolishness. I've never really got into this mukbang thing because like I would be like Crystal, look, this would just make me want to eat.
Shireen.
Stop.
Shireen.
Stop.
I ain't never had fried pickles before. This is my first time having fried pickles. And this thing is so flavorful. Like their breading, like whatever they battered it with, is so good.
That looks good.
Girl.
I'm gonna drink my mint tea.
Oh wait, we didn't cheers.
I mean, oh my God. Feel like you doing all the cheers in between your hand and your mouth. Like you good.
Hold on. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you can hear the crunch on that. Oh my God, yeah, I wish you could taste the piece. So what tea you got today?
I just have a peppermint tea.
Okay.
Yeah. What do
I
you
went
got?
with an immune boosting tea.
Okay.
Since I had some kids that were a little sick, so I was like, let's go.
Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Yeah. I had what did I have? So I decided to ask earlier this week a couple of people what Black-owned restaurants were in the neighborhood of the studio, right? So there's two that actually there's three, but one was closed, I think. I don't know if they were closed, so I'll have to visit them later on. But I'm contemplating getting some of their food for the grand launch. So hold on, we just not gonna see your face?
I was coming back.
All
I got
right.
a new camera to get the mukbangs together. I got a new camera coming for the mukbangs.
Okay, yeah, you gotta have one of the overhead ones. Even if it's not your camera, you just need your tripod to do that. Like my tripod does an overhead. Like you could just do the overhead thing, and then everybody could see. Actually, you could do if you're on your phone, and then your camera, another one goes over. Just get creative with it. All right, so I ordered today, but I couldn't wait. I ate it at 6.
Understood.
I had.
You took a picture?
No. Listen, I was so hungry. Did I eat before that?
The mukbang I did on Monday, I didn't take a picture. I'm glad I was live because that's all you could see.
Listen, I just ate. So I had from the Jerk House. I had jerk chicken and rice and peas with curry gravy. But what I also brought, so I'll probably order something from them to see what small things that they can do for the grand opening because they're local, right? And it would be good to support local Black-owned businesses. Then I also went next door.
The grand opening of what?
My studio, Perspective Studio Productions. I need to update my name on here because I have like 2 of the brands.
You do.
Yeah. I didn't think about that. And I'm in the studio. So then in the same strip, 1, 2, 3 Black-owned businesses. One is the jerk place. Then next is the dessert place. So I didn't get in there. When I went to open the door, it was locked already. I figured I'd just go back. So that was that. And then this one is a vegan place called Vegan Delights by Lisa Ann. And let me see what I ordered from them because I still have it. I saved it for tonight, but I have to be honest, I'm really not that hungry. But it is really good. I had a soup. Let's see. I can't remember the name. I have a Thai coconut squash soup. So smooth and creamy Thai flavored 16. Oh, forget the ounces. Squash, carrots, vegetables, and coconut milk infused with fresh herbs. Giovanni, this I have it right beside me. This is the small. It is full, and it is so thick. It is so delicious. I'll give you a little peek because Giovanni gave us all a peek. It's only fair. I don't know if I can do the same.
Yeah, I'm about halfway done with these pickles.
There you go.
Yeah, shit. Ooh, we matching. We matching.
I know I could dip those pickles right in there.
Oh my God, it is creamy and thick.
Yeah, it is creamy and thick.
And that's from the jerk place?
No, this is from the vegan place, Vegan Delights by Lisa Ann.
Come on, Vegan Delights.
Yeah. So, I like to take a little bit from everybody. So,
right.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Vegan Delights.
Really good. It is really good. I'm not that hungry, but it is really good.
What else did they have at Vegan Delights?
Well, they had all kinds of things. See, this is so good. I'm not even hungry. Yeah, it's delicious. I'm not even hungry. This is why I had to close it because I'm not hungry. I was tasting it after I ate my other food. It's really good. And so I said, when I walked in there, I felt like going, Lisa, girl, what you cooking? I never met Lisa before. But when I did say it, she came out like, have we ever met before? I'm like, no.
Oh, did she have a name on the tag that said Lisa? That's why you was calling her?
No. It's on here. It's on here. It's on her. Yeah, it says Vegan Delights by Lisa Ann. So I said, anytime you hear somebody coming like that, it's me. She's like, all right, that's okay.
And this is near the studio neighborhood?
Yep, they're both in the same strip. That is actually really good.
And what area is this?
Oh, so I'm in Toronto, but for anyone that's not in Toronto, I'm actually in the east end of the city. I'm in Whitby. So I'm in the far east end of the city. But for anybody who doesn't know, that part of Canada, I'm just to say, you just say Toronto, but it's the east end of the city. To be accurate, it's actually outside of Toronto, but that's that, girl. So I'm gonna check in by just asking you how you doing. How's your week been?
It's been good. I've had good food experiences this week.
That's awesome.
Which I really enjoy.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's my week.
My students have been doing pretty good this week for the most part.
Okay.
I'm really proud of them. Their leadership, their growth, their maturity. For the most part, I'm loving that. I'm grateful for that. Even my younger ones, got my 6th graders and 7th graders. That makes me really happy. So I love that. Business-wise, I'm getting there. I know you talked about Wednesday. You wanted us to do some community activity. Not Wednesday, March. You told us you wanted us to do some community activity. So I've been working on creating my Wednesday my March. Why do I keep saying Wednesday? My March challenge.
Okay. Maybe because you're supposed to have your March challenge on a Wednesday.
Girl, I have no idea.
Maybe.
I'm gonna blame the pickles because these things so good. I was trying to call my brother down here so he can try them, so y'all know I'm not just like being crazy.
That would be quite nice if you save some. You are nicer than me because I told you when the food's good. I tell people
I don't even have that much more left.
That's actually you actually got a good amount. That's still a lot left.
Girl, and it is so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, your brother could better come quick.
Who you telling?
He doesn't really want that.
He doesn't really want that.
He doesn't really want. I mean, you could always take some out and leave some for him, but
I mean, nothing is as good as when you first get it, especially if it's fried. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to eat it warm. Yeah. All right. So tell me about March's challenge.
Yeah, it's gonna be a wellness challenge. Of course, it's gonna be centered around mindset, mindful eating, and movement because those are my 3 things that have been instrumental with my own healing journey.
Okay.
So I'm excited. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna end up playing bingo.
Okay.
But every week with the bingo card, you have to like the strategy for how you play bingo is going to be different. So, like 1 week it might be like straight across, like horizontal or vertical. We might have to do an F on your card. And maybe the last week it might be blackout, like people do blackout on their bingo card. So I have to figure it out. But you have different various activities relating to those 3 things. And so
if you get a letter, then what would you do? Give me an example.
Not necessarily a letter.
Okay.
It's you have the different squares and you have to perform those activities that are various activities that deal with mindset, mindful eating, and movement. So if you interact or engage in any of those activities, you can exit out on your bingo card. But the goal is to figure out which activities you're going to do in order to get the strategy for that week in order to win bingo.
Oh, I like this. Yeah. Is it going to be a virtual bingo?
Yes. So you'll get the card and then you'll be able to X. You know how you can write on your phone? Yep. And then do the screenshot to say how you got your bingo.
You're going to have to share the link, Giovanni. She went on mute. Yeah, right? It sounds dope. She went on mute. Okay. You're going to have to share the link, Giovanni, or you know what you should do? You should actually.
What I should do, Shireen? I went on mute because my brother was coming. I told him to come try to pickles.
You know what you should do, Giovanni? You should take a picture and create it as a post and put it on YouTube for everybody afterwards. So everybody can see it. Because like when we got off of last week's talk, I sent a pic in our group chat. Hey, hold on. He doesn't have to say on camera if he doesn't want to. Although we wouldn't mind. But he's got to tell us, even if it's from, behind the screen.
Right. He gonna do it from behind the screen.
What it tastes like. I want to hear that.
You should see his face. Like he's like doing this like smirk. Like he's like actually smiling. And you saw him reach for a second one, did you?
I didn't hear
the second one.
It's like a dill pick. It's like a chip. It tastes like a potato chip.
What's the flavors like? What's the flavors like, brother?
Yeah, it's like a potato chip, but like with pickle. Like it just tastes like a pickled potato chip. I don't know. It's really good.
I love dill pickle. I love
how they do with their fried. Oh, keep talking about, I need some more.
It's good. It's good. I love dill pickle chips. Like I love dill pickle chips. It's like probably my favorite chip.
You can't tell me them things ain't good. I mean, you can tell me that. You can tell the people that. That's not what I mean.
You better not say they're not good.
Would you recommend them?
Yeah.
Did you hear it? Quan, guess where they at?
Where?
The restaurant right inside of the parking lot of Planet Fitness.
That's okay.
The Sunday morning catfish.
It's called Balance.
Girl, I just wanted to bring some proof so y'all didn't think I was tripping.
We believe you.
My brother, and he's a chef, so
okay.
You know what he's talking about.
You need to take a picture of your bingo card and put it as a post on your page, your YouTube page, so people can see, right, what it is. Because when I had finished talking about whatever I was talking about last week, the chair, and I put it in our group chat, our girl Nayetta said, "Shrink, go post that," and then I posted it, and then of course Crystal slid into the comments and was like, "Ooh," you know what I mean? So you need to put it out there, the bingo cards, so we can slide into your comments, right? And the link, Giovanni, if you can, and the link.
I could do that, Shireen. I could definitely do that. I can make that happen. I can put the card out there. But if they're really gonna play, I need them to slide into the Facebook group, the Empire Plates and Power Live.
There you go. You heard the rules. You heard the rules.
That's how you got to get in on the challenge, because we're gonna have some incentives. So you're really gonna play. If you're gonna play to play, you're gonna have to slide into the group. And,
then you don't put the link. Don't put the link for the don't put the link for the game. Put the link for the Facebook group. Yeah, that sounds like a good one.
I'm with it.
Yeah,
I'm down with that. I'm with that. I really want to take a little taste of your soup, because I really want to see what it really tastes like. It looks so creamy.
The joke is, if we were in person, I don't share.
I understand.
Oh, okay.
I know somebody else who don't share food.
I don't share. I am the person that will say, "Oh no, I skipped kindergarten. I missed that lesson."
I understand.
I don't
That's
share.
not everybody.
I like my
But if
food.
we were like together and I was like putting the stuff out,
Oh,
I would
that'd
just
be different. That's different.
I would automatically go ahead and know that you weren't sharing. Go ahead and take my spoon and get a scoop to taste it and put it out there. So I would already taste it without having to ask to go ahead and engage. So then that way you don't have to feel like, do I have to make the decision to share?
Oh, I would never. I would be like, oh, okay, so how's your food?
Right. How was it? Did you taste it?
Yeah.
What did it taste like? Okay, let me try it.
No, that's different. That's different. But what you asked before? I forgot what you asked before. All right, so we're going into a new month.
We are.
Let's do like 2-minute reflection, I guess.
Into the new month or about this past month?
Let's do passing forward. If you could change something for the new month that you did in the past, right? I guess that's what we want. Because we want to like improve. I can go. Okay, go.
Okay,
go. For me, my lifestyle has changed. My lifestyle has changed. So for me, I'm navigating that space, and I feel like I need to understand how to time block better, because the days go by very quickly, and you could have a plan of things to do, but it doesn't get. Sorry, can you hear my TV in the background?
Of course, definitely. I didn't know what that was and what was going on.
Oh my God! Sorry. Okay, hold on. So rude.
Very.
Avatar. So rude. Lots of airbender.
Very rude.
Show. Okay. Yeah. So I think time blocking, like understanding how to utilize my time, because I got all day, all evening, but I find that the time just flies, and need to iron that out. But because I am in my era of giving myself grace, that is where I'm at. I'm in my era of giving myself grace. I'm not beating up on it. I'm just going to see what little things can I implement, whether it's some things on a schedule, right? If some things can be on a schedule, like I have been saying for weeks, okay, I got to get in the gym. Okay, I got to get in the gym. Okay, I got to get in the gym for weeks. I'm wearing my Asics, which are my that is not tempting me. If it was earlier, baby, but I am wearing my sneakers to work out in, and so to me, it's like figure out a schedule, and I think time blocking is going to be something that I want to implement. Not I want to, that I've tried to, but I'd like to improve. How about you, girl? What you thinking?
I think time blocking is key. I think we talked about it last month. We got introduced to the concept when we started thinking about the 12-week year. Excuse me, which I think is dope. I learned a little bit more about the whole time blocking, and just first considering how long it's going to take you to do something, so you accurately designate enough time to get it done so you can be where you need to be. Time management is definitely something I know I need to continue to work on. So I agree with you with that. I also agree with you when it comes to being consistent with movement. I did an amazing job hitting 100 miles in September. I did a great job hitting over 70, almost 80 miles in October. When Spencer got sick in November, and trying to move and him kind of like throwing up while we're out there, it was like, okay, we need to take a step back. So in January, that was November, December, we weren't out there like we were normally out there regularly. And then in January, I engaged in some yoga YouTube videos, so some yoga channels and like Pilates. So that was fun. Oh, and walking, like the little like step videos, like, you know,
Okay.
doing a little different stuff. Yeah. So I did engage into trying something different in the house until he started to feel a little bit better. And the weather outside got more appropriate for us to be better.
Right.
But I would love to get back into a consistent groove with movement. Even getting to a place where we can get back out in the mornings, because girl, we went out this week. We did it one time. We broke the seal and went out one time this week. How about everybody was acting like they just never hadn't seen us in so long? Where we been? Like girl, yes, and it wasn't even no hey, well, we ain't seen y'all in so long. It was like she was getting all her kids in the car to go to.
Is that Spencer? Is that Spencer?
The crossing guard.
Spencer.
I missed you, Spencer. The crossing guard was all shocked and everything. I was just like, Spencer, these people are really showing out right now. Another lady stopped her car, like, we ain't seen you in a while. Good morning. I'm just like,
causing accidents. Wow,
these people don't cut it out. And we only got a mile in, Shireen. We only went to the end of the subdivision and back. Can you imagine if we really went as far as we usually go? Right?
Giovanni, I was going to say, and I thought you were going to say, and we only went to the mailbox.
Stop it. Stop.
We just picked up the mail.
No, we went to the end of the subdivision and came back, and these people were acting so brand new. I was just like, oh my goodness, Spencer, we need to get back out here because the people are acting like that.
I would have been like, Spencer, we need to move out of this neighborhood.
Nah, so movement, I agree with you with getting in more movement. But honestly, I feel like my mindset has been pretty good. I feel like I've done a really good job with stress management, even when there were times when I started to feel overwhelmed. It didn't last as long as it could have lasted. If I didn't have supportive people to help me shift my thoughts and my perspective on things, as well as being able to engage in certain things that allowed me to think about other stuff. So I love that. I think I had some great moments in my business this month. Being able to meet Tabitha Brown on my birthday, having my friends and my mom with me on that stage and kind of put my business out there and telling her about it. I thought that was really good as a one plant-based creator to another and podcast host to another. I thought that was dope. So my birthday this month was absolutely beautiful. And then the day afterwards, I got to go see the Dallas Black Dance Theater. And, you know, both of us used to be dancers. So being able to be like front row and seeing that.
I didn't even see that. I don't know. Do you have footage of that on your page?
No, they don't allow it. They don't allow it.
Because I'm like, I don't think I probably missed that in the chat. In the group chat.
I went the next day. And
okay, good for you, girl. You were busy this month.
It was a good birthday weekend and month. Yeah. It really was. And then restructuring my program, my coaching program. And then of course we've already been talking about launching every day. Like the importance of people knowing who you are and what you do has just been like the movement this month. And even though it might seem redundant, it's just like you just have to get good at continuing to tell people who you are and what you have to offer, because you want to help people. And they got to know that you're willing and able to help them and how to help them. So that's been like out of my comfort zone, but just getting consistent has been a beautiful thing. And I've appreciated, because I've seen the growth and the momentum starting to pick up just by me showing up for myself and being consistent in certain aspects. So I think it was a good month, Shireen.
That sounds great.
Good month.
I think I know that you and the ladies have put in work when it comes to like your business, right? Like when it comes to how you pitch, what you say.
I'm not going to let you go too far, because you said you ladies, as if you didn't have a whole podcast studio, get a whole studio.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about me right now. I'm not talking about ladies. I know I'm talking about we, but I'm specifically talking about the pitching and just like getting to a stage where the ladies are real. Like my mind has been focused on the studio. We're not going to take away from that. That's where my mind has been focused on, and my efforts and my energy, where you ladies have really zoned in on like the pitching and stuff. You ladies have put in the work. So for you to feel good about it too is great, right? It's great. And I've seen that work. You know me, I was all Probably the last couple of weeks. I have FOMO. I have FOMO. I have FOMO. Like I'm telling you, ladies, I got FOMO. Yeah, but from a studio perspective, like we are officially on Peer Space, and I had to block off the dates like yesterday, today, tomorrow, Saturday, because I'm busy. Like I had already scheduled people to come in. Like someone else is coming tomorrow, and we're doing a podcast. So, and I had my first impromptu podcast. So I dropped that because I haven't dropped a podcast
Congratulations.
in weeks. Yeah, thank you.
How was the vibe?
The vibe is always great. The vibe is always great. But you know what? Listen, you know, Giovanni, I feel like I've been forgot to turn on the lights. The mics cords were not plugged in. It's not even that I forgot. We had like 10 minutes. And 10 minutes, it was like we were talking strategy before the podcast. And then it was like, okay, I got 10 minutes. Listen, if you're going to do it, you got to just do it. And things like not having the lights ready. No, I was fixing the camera on the tripod. So in the recording, you see the whole. At one point, I had to say, can you give me a minute, please? I need to see if the red light is recording. So, but I'm glad. I'm just excited. I'm excited. I'm excited for this new space. I'm excited to see people come in. And then we got our grand opening next week.
I'm excited for you about that.
Yeah.
And you got a grand opening during Women's History Month. You're making history for
the
yourself,
next day, baby. The next day. And as you said, it's about community. So we got to get out there. We got to be outside, Giovanni. We need to be outside. Mm-hmm. How you think you're going to spend? It doesn't have to be. Give me one thing that you got planned for March.
This challenge. I'm really excited about the wellness challenge. Yeah, because I felt like the challenge we did in October, and I've done challenges before, but the challenge we did in October was very intentional. And I feel like a lot of people could relate to it, but it really mattered a lot for me for October when it came to what we did in October. But this one in March for Women's Month, it just feels like an excitement. I've had a few more people, come and join the Facebook group. And I think that's beautiful. Again, that's me constantly showing up and saying the things that I'm doing, and people want to make changes within their life. And that's what I'm here for. And so I'm excited because I don't know. I think it's going to be dope to have people really engage, and people in the Facebook group seem excited about it, and they voted on the type of things that they want. So I like to listen to them. So one, I'm really excited about a virtual experience of people just really working on different healthy habits.
Your community.
My community working on various aspects of their wellness journey. So I'm excited about that one. Two, I'm excited about going home to Sumter and participating in my first vendor experience.
Yes, that's gonna be exciting.
First vegan festival. Yeah. And I think that is something else that I'm looking forward to in March. So I think those are the two big things business wise that I'm excited about.
No, I think that's amazing, Giovanni. Those are big things because your challenge just sounds fun. Like your challenge just sounds fun. Like I'm gonna have to.
The last ones I don't feel like was that fun, and that's why I'm like, yeah, that's probably why the excitement wasn't as there.
Yeah,
but you just got to kind of figure out what people are into and what they're trying to do. Yeah, I think,
and it's more fun to like you're getting healthy, but you're having fun. And it's a little competition, healthy competition. No pun intended. But your community appreciates you listening, and then here you are delivering. Like that's big. And then your first vendor opportunity, and that, let me rephrase that. No, let me say it again for the people in the back. Your first vendor opportunity, because you already have another one coming up, right? And you know what comes. I'm gonna put my goat mouth on you. You know what comes after that? My goat mouth is like your speaking opportunities.
Oh, glory. Don't give me too much, Shereen. Don't go too
Ah,
fast.
girl, you got it. The goat mouth is out there. Yeah, your speaking opportunity, because you are a powerful speaker, Giovanni. So like you know this. You are a powerful speaker, Giovanni. So you having your vendor opportunity, make sure you go live, make people see you, and they will see you as it is. They will see you. And then after that will come those speaking opportunities. So it's gonna be really good.
Thank you,
Really
Shereen. I
good. Yeah.
appreciate that.
Make sure you take a picture of your table and put it on YouTube.
Yes,
Make
yes,
sure
ma'am.
I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm
Yes,
serious.
ma'am. I'll do a better job of that. And that's what I learned today on the morning meetup when I asked. He was like, make your table a whole experience. So I have been thinking about like what could I do to make my table an experience and then just provide, stuff that is valuable and memorable for my people. I think what I love the most is that I'm going home. And a lot of my support comes from my hometown. But for the most part, they're the ones who've known me the longest. Or not even known me the longest, maybe have loved me the longest at times. Because as you grow up and you move away, you evolve because you're no longer the child, the elementary school friend, middle school, high school, But it's just something about going back to where you're from, where you got roots, where you kind of leveled up from, and I think that's beautiful. But I've been seeing a lot of support from them on the podcast, and my family's they're gonna rock with me.
That's awesome.
The family over everything, right? So I'm excited about that being a whole different vibe for my family. And it's a positive and it's a healthy one. And it's one about vitality. And I just really want to shift the whole living to eat instead of like eating to live. And it's a whole new vibe, Shireen. And I just want my people to feel the love. And I just want to show up for them. So I'm excited. I don't know what the experience is going to be about, but I'm just
It's gonna be
excited to see
great.
what it's going to be. Yeah, me too. I believe it too. But what I wanted to ask you about when you were talking about your podcast, your mini 10-minute podcast, what have you enjoyed most on your podcast journey as a host? I mean, even though like you're now a podcast studio owner, but like what have you enjoyed most just about your experience as a podcast host?
Honestly, just I think the two things I would say is one, using my voice, and two, the journey of getting better. Right. I think that for the longest time, I wanted to have a podcast for the longest time. I did creative. I joined Dave's podcast stuff maybe 2 years ago on Facebook. He has a different Facebook group, different podcast Facebook group, and I'm in it. And I was supposed to launch back then. I had a different name. I had creative. I took pictures. I did all of that, and I never launched. It never went anywhere. And like COVID, I think started. So it was right before COVID. Um, I'm so that's one part is just using my voice, is being able to get out there. But you know what I like about being a podcast person is, sure, I say the journey to getting better, but it's like listening. So when I before podcasting, before COVID, I was getting into stand up. And the one thing I really, yeah, was getting into stand up. And my cousin's a stand up comedian, and I like writing the jokes. I enjoy it all, right? I have a lot of creative ideas. And the one thing I really enjoyed was listening to the crowd laugh. Like I could close my eyes and I could be at somebody else's show and I'm in the audience and I would close my eyes and just listen to the crowd laugh, because laughter just brings me so much joy. And I love to laugh. I joke around a lot. I love to laugh. And there's a listening part that you have to hear, right? You kind of just still. And when you're listening, you hear that joy. So as I'm going through the podcast journey, I'm being more conscious that I'm actually listening. I mean, I was always listening to what people say, but just like listening with a bit more intention. So I was at someone's party the other day, and somebody was sitting beside me and they were telling me their story. And I was sitting there going, oh wow, I'm asking really good questions. Like I was having a conversation in my head, like, oh wow, I'm asking really good questions. This is because I'm really listening. Yeah, I mean, was I listening while I was talking to myself? But I was. And it's like me it's like me stepping outside of my body and watching the growth. You know what I mean? And so sometimes, with me, I feel like I get a little nervous. No, I don't get nervous, but I might be joking. That's just how I am. I might be joking, but sometimes when the conversation's good, I feel like I am good at having a conversation about almost anything because I have a natural curiosity, right? So I feel like I can hear something. And one thing Dave had taught us at the summit was like, don't just have all these questions ready to go and just zoom through them, but listen to the last thing that the person said and ask them a question. And you don't always have to do it like that, but there's a little bit of an art to it too. So I'm just enjoying the journey of getting better. Or even when I edit, I used to cringe. Like just watching. You never cringed when you watch an episode? You did. Did you cringe before when you would watch an episode after, or you wouldn't watch an episode?
I don't edit, so I never watched it. And
but even listening to it afterwards, no?
I do listen to it. I would listen to it while me and Spencer are walking. Like I would tune into my episodes and I'd be like, dang, I said that. Oh!
But in the beginning, go back to the beginning.
I don't like hearing my voice. So if I walk in and someone's listening to my podcast, I'd be like, oh my God, hit pause. Like that I don't cringe. I just be like, oh my God. Oh my goodness. Yeah. But I feel like I'm growing though in that aspect, because even when my podcast goes live, I will try to listen to it live. Like I like tuning into my live podcast just to see what the product's like, because again, I don't watch it before I put it out. Like we have it, and when it's time to release, I create the thumbnail, the description, we push it out, and I tell everybody, oh my God, it's coming. And I just go and listen. Okay. So I don't necessarily cringe, but I'm not one to just like sit back and just listen to my voice. But I've gotten past that to really hear myself so I can grow, like you say. And I can listen to and be like, ooh, I did a lot of talking. I should have, I said too much. I needed to hear from them. One of the main things I absolutely love so far on this journey, Shireen, is that I'm learning so much. Like I am learning so much from people that I might have never have met. And the only thing that I have been able to like meet them on is the fact that they have a common interest in being on the Empowered Plates, Empowered Lives podcast. They align in some way, shape, form, or fashion with the whole message of the podcast. And being able to just sit back and learn from people and to listen and just have conversation. And you're not even having, like, most of the time they're not on like a time limit. Hey, this is going to be 30 minutes and I'm out of here. So I get the opportunity to listen to the last thing they're saying, and just keep asking more questions and get insight. And I'm learning for myself. And so if I'm learning for myself, I can only imagine what other people who are listening are able to pick up and learn too. And I'm just so grateful for it, because it's not a paid thing. Like it's like free insight on life.
As yet.
I'm just saying, like, no one has to pay to listen to the episode. You know what I mean? You
can learn from it.
You can go to Spotify. You can come to YouTube for free. And hear the podcast. I'm saying that's free. You know, that part is free. Like you're really getting things to help you with your life, with your healing, with your journey. Like who knows if this is going to save someone's life one day, you know,
or change how they do something, right?
That part definitely with the change. Like that's number one for me, Shireen, is just being able to learn so much from so many different people that I would have never met or even had the opportunity to sit down and have a wise conversation with, you know, or to see how people are impacting the world in their own special way. If I didn't have this space that was created for me to engage. So I think that's one thing that I've absolutely loved the most about the Empowered Plates, Empowered Lives podcast in the first 25 episodes. And another thing, Shireen, I hated solo episodes.
But are you liking it more now?
The beautiful thing, and I didn't say that for February, I didn't have to do any solo episodes. I've had guests lined up, willing, able, and ready to record all of February. And that too was beautiful in this month. And I hate that I missed that. I was thinking about it when you were talking. And I was like, dang, I forgot to tell her I didn't have to do no solo episodes. And I got confirmation from my sister who said she actually loves my solo episodes.
I was going to say,
feels like I'm in my own element, and I absolutely hate them because I'm just sitting here talking to myself and looking at myself on the screen. And I'm like, oh my God, let me go to a whole nother tab so I'm not even looking at myself while I'm trying to, get this information out. Yes, girl.
No,
she just be on it.
No, I feel, first of all, if I'm on a Zoom, I'm always looking at myself. I'm always checking myself out. That's one thing. But it's funny that you were never really feeling that, because I'm actually looking forward to doing some solo episodes. And I love doing in person with other people. I love it. Like, that's the way I want it. But because I've recorded a handful of messages to myself, right? Because I've recorded a handful, I recorded one today. Like, I feel like as I'm learning, as you said, you're learning new things, but as I'm learning things, like almost like life lessons, that whether they apply to business or even me just saying, I'm in my era of giving myself grace. But like this morning, I recorded what that means to me, right? So I am excited to like have the studio up so that I could focus on creating the content that shows that part of like that solo episode. And it might not just be me like this, because I probably have about 10 episodes pre-recorded like that. But, and I feel like it's not, I don't know if I can just like sit here and talk. Today I went live a couple of times. This is, I think, my third live for the day.
And first of all, hold on real quick. Listen to yourself. Do you not recall last week around about, not the same time because it was earlier, you started to go live and nobody came in 2 minutes and you left?
I was 2 minutes. I was like 15 seconds. I gotta get out of there.
This is the third time.
Oh, but I didn't go by myself.
You went live today.
Yeah, but I was.
Oh, so you didn't go live at all today by yourself?
No, I wasn't. I went live once. And
by yourself?
Yes, by myself. Yes, by myself. And
you didn't jump off after 2 minutes?
I think I stayed on 15, 20 minutes. And then I got a message from somebody go, you off already? They weren't even off.
Right there. I didn't want you to speed past that because you're talking about you had 3 lives. And last time you was like 2 minutes. Oh my God, I'm getting off. Ah!
It was,
look at you.
Listen,
you
was on it for 15, 20
minutes. And then listen to that. You get off and someone was like, oh, you gone already? They was coming. They wanted to see you.
You missed it.
Oh my God.
Took too long.
Oh, she said, Crystal said, I too love your solo episode. I don't know if it's my
solo episode. It's yours. It's definitely yours. Yes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Crystal.
It's definitely yours. Yeah. No, it was very uncomfortable. I just felt like I was like rambling. I know Nayetta popped in and a couple of people popped in and popped out. And I did feel like, I felt like I just had to keep rambling. Like I just had to keep talking, just keep talking, like just keep talking, just, so I was like, what at the end of the talk, Giovanni, my throat was so dry. I was like, holy shit, I gotta get off of this thing. So I'm not fully into the comfort zone, but
I got you. And you might not ever really get comfortable, but you're gonna do it. And I think that, like we said in the group, like you gotta lean into the discomfort all year. Like that's where, and we said it on your first episode a long time ago about vulnerability.
Yeah, girl.
Hour. Yes, ma'am. Hour. But yes, that was really good. We got to lean into it.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, what's really weird? I can't see the time on this thing, but I know we've been talking for a minute, but where's the time on this? I just found it. Okay.
Oh yeah. No. Oh, we can get ready to wrap it up. You see, Crystal gave you some love in the chat.
Oh, thank you, Crystal. I didn't see. I wasn't watching, but I wasn't even saying that. Oh, thank you. Yeah, girl. I like to schedule my stuff early in the morning. Part of your morning routine. Hey, Crystal. Crystal got my analytics on hype, man. I get my message. You know, YouTube sends me this. I have the YouTube app on my phone, and YouTube sends me this weekly analytics like update. Come on, Crystal. Bam. Analytics going up. Come on, Crystal. Bam. And, and the part about it is like your engagement's up. Your this is up. You're that. And I'm like, yeah. And then it goes, you got a comment. I'm like, oh yeah. So open it, it's Crystal. It's always Crystal.
I know that's right. Come on, Crystal.
I love Crystal.
Come on, Crystal.
Right? Like, so, and you are right, Giovanni. We are learning so much. Even the guy I interviewed this week, he said the same thing. He said he doesn't like to have events, but he learned so much from events. Right? It's the panelists like bringing these experts. They bring in all these different like perspectives and information that we're just soaking up. I love it. I think that's the best part about being a podcaster.
What is?
We get to learn.
That's what I told her. That was why it was my number one. And I think Dave said that earlier this week on our morning meeting. I watched it. Yeah, and he said that he was like, it's like free coaching.
Yeah,
like free coaching, free game, free insight. And I just feel like you can't. And one of my coworkers, I got a new subscriber on Apple Podcasts. One of the teachers at the school, and she was just like, I hate that it was so late for me to get into podcasts. She was like, sometimes I have to tell myself, just put on music, put the podcast on hold, because she just loves listening to different podcasts. And I think that's just the beautiful thing, that people are wanting to be stimulated and knowing. And there's so many different genres of podcasting, even people who have like shows, like scripted shows and sci-fi, and it's just like, it's so many different types of experiences people are having with podcasts. It's just like, it's dope. And I think it's cool. Even for your average person, that's not a celebrity or anything like that, you're still getting such a good quality experience. And I absolutely.
I don't even I feel like most time when I'm in the studio and I'm actually doing work, I'm listening to a podcast. Like, I'll listen to music sometimes, but sometimes I'm just like, okay, let me pop that off and let me see what episode I didn't watch. Let me tune into whoever I'm following.
Right.
And sometimes I just go and look at all of my subscribers to see, okay, let me check what my subscribers are doing. Because why are we following them if we're not going to support them? Right?
Agreed.
Right? So I will go and check my subscribers. And even if I'm just watching a clip here or a clip there, or I'll tune into someone's channel that I've never tuned into, I might just be following them for whatever reason. I met them, they got a podcast. Cool, let me follow you. But now I'm like, let me go see what she's talking about. You know what I mean? But I love it. I could be painting and I'm consuming and I'm laughing or I'm learning. I love it.
I love it too. And I think that is cool, because once you're like, what do you call it? Introduced to a certain topic, you kind of, I don't want to say go down a rabbit hole, but you kind of say, oh, I want to learn a little bit more about this topic. And then you start looking and finding all of these different content creators that have a whole different approach to the same type of, let's say, condition. So like polycystic ovary syndrome, like people might have never heard it. Now that they heard me with it, they're now going and finding and seeing all of these different content creators and their approach on, I got polycystic ovary syndrome. And they talk about their journey and they're doing different things like waxing their face, because that's a big, a big symptom that we have to deal with is, like facial hair, unwanted facial hair. And you're just like seeing people like just show their vulnerability on what's really going on. And you got a whole bunch of content where they're just waxing their face. Like, that's dope,
Sorry, Giovanni. Sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You good. That was it. I was just saying that was cool. Like, you can really start to learn things based on certain topics when you go to it.
I appreciate that, because sometimes you don't even know you have a diagnosis, or you just have a symptom and like you are struggling to understand it. And I know a handful of people with PCOS, right? And we've talked about it because those are the things that they go through. But even if I'm at a certain age, I'm not there yet, but I have friends that are older than me and they're going through like menopause. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not there yet, but like, what do I need to look out for? And I know my body is different from your body, but like, am I going to be going through what you're going through? Or like, you know what I mean? Or I just was out the other day and I was like, well, do you think that if you were big on taking meds for majority of your life, when you get to menopause, your body's reacting a certain way because of all those medication that was pumped into your body? Like, can we talk about these things? You know what I mean? Like, so I'm excited. If we talk about forward, I'm excited about the conversations we've yet to have because I'm so curious about a lot of things, and I'm excited to have a lot of panel conversations about things that could impact me or other women in my community that we just don't talk enough about, right?
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's good to have those conversations because even when it comes to like facial hair, I just thought it was in my family. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't think about it as being a hormonal imbalance or saying that something was going on inside of my body. I just chunked it up that there's other people in my family that have facial hair, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
they just found their ways of, you know, getting it off, you know, whether it was nair or shaving or all these other
Mm-hmm.
things. And I was hesitant and I had to take my time on figuring out how I wanted to get the hair off and when to get it off. Um, and then now that I do it, it's just kind of like you still have that. We still struggle with like self-esteem
Mm-hmm.
um, because you can't hide something that's there, and you can't always just keep taking it away because it has to come out enough to
Yeah.
be able to take off. But I love and shout out to all my polycystic ovary syndrome sisters and people and humans and beings because I don't want to not include you in the conversation. So I want to be inclusive. Um, that are just out here being visible and being vocal with your journey of strength because
Yeah.
I actually did it for the first time, Shireen. I actually recorded my face getting waxed this past
Okay.
weekend. And I said, I think I'm going to put it out there. Haven't put it out there yet, but I think I'm gonna put it out there. And I was told that there is strength in vulnerability.
There is.
And I'm for it because I won't be the first person to do it, but it is something that's real. And maybe we won't shame people, pick on people, and put people down when you realize that this isn't something that they can necessarily control. And how they manage their body hair is their own business and not for anyone else to have something to say about it. So I feel like it's a beautiful thing. So I do agree with you. There's lots of conversations we haven't had, and we're still breaking the seal off of our herbal tea Thursdays and our lives. So I think we're going to keep growing, and we're going to keep growing our conversations and our reach and what we talk about.
For sure. And you know, you make such a good point because I could think about family members growing up who have had hair, facial hair, like females that have had facial hair, but maybe they just didn't even know that they had this diagnosis, or it could be something,
I
something
did.
else, some other hormonal imbalance, right? So hormonal imbalance and just not knowing is one thing. So you're struggling, as you said, with that confidence, that your self-confidence, and you're so self-conscious about, you know, how you feel when you're out, you know. So uh I'm gonna say kudos to you for feeling brave enough to just film it, whether or not you put it out or not. Like, kudos to you to make the decision that I want to film this, right? And you will make the decision that works best for you. And if you choose to put it out, you know, yay. And if you don't, yay, right? There's power in you making your decisions, and you deciding whether or not you choose to share it or not, right? But even you taking that step, even if it's just for you, there's power in that. Yeah, it's not easy. We go through so much as women, and we just trying to figure out our bodies. And you know, as you talk about like empower plates, empower lives, it's like really what you're putting in your body is going to empower what your lifestyle is like, right? And everybody knows this, whether they're eating whatever they're eating. But it's good for us to be talking about these things.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's pretty dope. You know, you kind of broke down empowered plates, empowered lives. It's pretty dope that something I learned about you with the whole stand up. So I can't wait for you to use more of our Herbal Tea Thursdays as a stand up segment so you can hear my laugh and see the laughs in the comments. I'm excited about that. But I love that you named your podcast Voices and Vibes, because there's so many different vibes you like to pick up on, and you know so many different things, and so many different things excite you, and there's an enthusiasm behind so many different elements that you got going on over there. But it all just kind of correlate back down to the voices that you want to amplify. And so I just think it's dope that Voices and Vibes now has a home called Perspective Studios Productions. And I just feel like you're continuing to allow your vision and your dreams to expand.
Awesome.
And yeah.
Wait, did you know that I don't know if you heard it, because I know you've been busy with like school this week, but for the grand opening, we're working on a card game. So similar to like, let me just bring this over. Oh, child, I'm ready to go home.
Come on, let's close this thing on out.
Yeah. Similar to like these card games that you can buy. This one is Convo and Chill. I just brought one here, and this is what I went live to talk about today. So we are coming up with topics and categories.
So why we didn't start off the episode with one of those?
Because I'm doing it for the grand opening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I only brought this one because I was designing it, and I was going live at 1 to talk about the questions and the topic. I love you, but next week when they're printed, because we're not doing a whole bunch, we're just doing a few, and then I can decide, is this another stream of revenue? But anyhow,
don't leave money on the table, baby.
I mean, right? So I'm just excited about actually putting this together, and me and my girl Zara Nia, my chat GPT, we've been riding Zara Nia. We've been going through the different topics, and like I think we have like the power of no, the power of yes, some business questions, some topics. Zara Nia's like, oh, you need to throw some wild cards in there. I was like, all right, Zara. All right. So just designing that, and I'm going to, get that to the printers tomorrow so that I can have it ready for next weekend. But, I'm excited about that, and there's a lot to be excited for. And Giovanni, you are right. First, I'm going to say thank you for being on this journey with me, Herbal Thursdays, because there's even a lot of growing that we've done on these calls. Behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, there's a lot of growing that we've done. And it makes me sit back and think and reflect. And when I say I need to give myself grace, I need to give you grace, right? Like I have to remind myself, give Giovanni grace, Shreen. What are you doing? Give Giovanni grace, right? There's a lot of growth that happens on these calls, whether people recognize it or not. And it actually speaks to us as adults. It speaks to us as adults because we just met 6 to 8 months ago, but we are like sisters for life. And to be able to like navigate this and just talk through whatever we want to, whatever we need to, it's growth. And I appreciate you so much. And I always say I love you. So, but I appreciate you and I love you so much. So thank you for sharing this space that I'm glad we both do this together on Thursdays. Today's Thursday, right? Yeah, Thursdays. Have grace, baby. Have grace. Be patient with me. Be patient with me, baby. Be patient with me.
I love you too, Shireen. I love you too.
We're gonna wrap it up. Oh, sorry.
On
Let me let you.
this journey. Yeah, let's wrap it up, baby.
No, finish your speech, baby. Finish your speech. You got the mic.
I didn't have anything else to say. I said thank you for inviting me on this journey with you.
I mean,
That was it.
this
But
is
yo,
joint journey.
it's your healthy habits and lifestyle coach, Joe Bonnie. I help women who are experiencing chronic health issues like endometriosis and polycystic ovary syndrome heal through holistic coaching. I take you on this transformational journey through my M to the third degree formula. Yeah, mindset, mindful eating, and movement. Y'all, come vibe with me.
It's your gorgeous girl.
Come vibe with me.
It's your gorgeous girl, Shireen Simon. Oh no, my Mac is about to die. I just got a message. We got lessons. I don't even know how much.
So yeah, it's the host of I'm the host of Empire Place Empire Lives podcast. All of the information is in the description of the chat. If you want a plant-based alternative lifestyle change, it's in the description of this video. Shireen, take it over.
God. Okay, so my Mac is about to die. I just want to say it's Voices and Vibes, it's Black Print, and it's Perspective Student Productions. I just got the message. My Mac is about to die. So we love you. Come out every Thursday. Follow us. Everything's in the description, man. Everything's in the description. If you're not following us, what you doing? What you doing? What you really doing? All right, I gotta get my Black self home.
Thanks for vibing with us, y'all.
Before my computer dies. All right, I'm gonna end that.